There's some handouts in the back. If you haven't received these, please make sure you get a copy, because we'll be using those today. My name is Lisa Soltis, and I'm with the City of Roanoke Department of Economic Development. And I'm here with my collaborative partner. Her name is Jessica Pintel, and she's with the Roanoke County Office of Economic Development. And Cindy Snyder is here with Virginia Community Capital. We're also partnering with them. Cindy is up here from Southwestern Virginia. And then we have our pro, who's going to be teaching the class today, way behind the wall there. Tim Flanagan. Tim, thank you for being with us today and for providing this great information. We do a lot of classes, and I'll tell you what, this one filled up really quickly, and we've got lots of participants, so I'm sure there'll be some folks coming in a little bit late, but thank you all very much for being here, and please let us know if you have questions or if we can help you in any way. Jessica, would you like to say anything?
We also have a newsletter if you guys would like to be added to that, just so you know about any other upcoming workshops. Lisa and I both have newsletters, and we put all of our workshops in there.
Yeah, so if you would like to subscribe to our newsletters, make sure we get your email address before you leave today. Jessica's newsletter is out for November, mine's not. But it's coming. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning. If the temperature gets too warm,
just adjust that for you. Couple housekeeping items. The restrooms are out the door. Make a left and a left. We are going to go straight through until 11, and we may not cover everything, just depending on how many questions we have, but that's okay because you have the presentation which outlines what we're going to go over. And then our business cards are in the back at the registration table. Feel free to grab those and reach out to us after if you might think of a question after you leave. But please ask questions today. I know if you're like me, if I don't ask it when I'm thinking it, I might forget. Please fill out the evaluation form that we gave you. It gives you an opportunity also to let us know what other workshops we can offer and any other one-on-one assistance that we can offer. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Hopefully we won't have technical difficulties. So this is our agenda for today. And to summarize it for you, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about why video marketing is important. You all probably already realize that or you wouldn't be here today. But we're going to cover some information on why it's important. Then Tim is going to come up and tell you how to do it, the equipment that you can use to do it, and where you can buy it, how much it costs, all that good stuff. And then I will come back up and I will talk about once you have your fantastic videos, what do you do with them? Because it's not just enough to create a video, you've got to get the word out and you've got to share it. So then that's what I will cover at the end. So first I would like, I know it's kind of a different layout here as far as being an auditorium setup, but I would like to have each of you share with me, just tell me your business name if you are with a business. And if you are using video now, and if you're not using it, if you can tell me one thing that you're hoping to get out of the workshop today. So I'll go ahead and start right here in the front. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, so you're looking for ways to promote the restaurant using video. Okay, how about one in motion? Are you together? Okay, same restaurant. Okay, next, the gentleman in the green jacket.
My name is Rick Solberg, and I just follow Lisa Soltis wherever she performs.
Ah, gotcha. Can't go there. Yeah.
I'm Jeanette Brewer. I am Broken to Beauty
Perfect, okay.
I'm Susan Geary, owner of First Rate Resumes. I have used video in the past for some quick tutorials on resume writing, but I found it was really time consuming because of all the other features.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, maybe we can give you some tips today that will help that.
I'm Deb Squire. My company is Talent 50 Plus. I'm at the intersection of the gig economy and the baby boomers. And it's a fairly new way that I'm taking my business, and it's also new to a lot of people's perception of the gig economy. So I think the video is going to be very important to help people understand that when you're trying to teach them something a little different outside their profession.
Right, right. Okay, I know your name's Tim because I heard you say that earlier this morning.
My name's Tim Thomas, and I work for Ride Solutions. We're a program of the Regional Commission. We have used video in the past, but I'd just like to get better at it.
Okay,
Mark Benke, Pillar Incorporated. We have some video on our website now, but we're going to do some more major marketing and kind of tips for editing and shot scenes and what we need and different things like that to help avoid some of the professional costs.
right, right, okay. And that's the same, just what he said, right? I think you said your name was May? Yeah. Ah, I can remember a few names.
I'm with a nonprofit organization in an area called Brain Injury Services of Southwest Virginia. We have done some professional videos that I'm not responsible for. I just personally want to learn more about it so I can do very simple videos
Okay.
myself that promote it like on Facebook.
Perfect, okay.
My name is Jacob Brooke. I'm with a local engineering software company, Engineering Design Systems, and we've used some video, but got caught up in a lot of the complexities of it, and really got in the weeds with that. So looking to fit the simple link in.
Gotcha, okay. Gentleman in the orange shirt.
Chris, and I'm here because I'm curious.
All right, that's good. Gentleman in the black shirt.
Matt, and I'm seeing whether I can use this for real estate.
Oh, yes, definitely. And in the back? Great, okay.
I'm an Edlin, and I do writing and marketing primarily for small businesses in the area. And I have used video a little bit, not a tremendous amount. I have a number of clients who are interested in implementing it. So I was looking to get some perspective here on best practices and tips.
Great, okay.
Hey, Michael with 360 Financial, and we're looking to do more educational videos or pieces to put on our website. And we actually work with Nanette, so hopefully we can put our brains together and come up with something well.
Great, okay. Gentleman in the back next to Lisa.
Andy Bishop, owner of Twin Creeks Brewing Company in downtown Benton. We've used some video incorrectly, I believe, so we're looking for the best way to format it for the mobile platform.
Okay,
How to make it the best type of content, draw business into the camera.
perfect, okay.
I'm Dr. Haynes. I have a business called Organizational Support Services, and I provide consulting services to small businesses. So I'm here to learn. And I have used some video, but not very well. So I have a lot to learn.
Great.
My name is Laura May, founder of Thrive by Heart, social coaching, and I never used a video, and I'd like to use it to engage my followers on Facebook.
Awesome, okay. Ma'am in the hat?
Me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Wanda Ayala. I'm actually a co-owner of a painting company. My husband and I, Source Rescue Painting, and I've learned through researching that people like testimonials. So I did something I had never done before with our clients, was ask them if they would be willing to do a testimonial, and I got yes. So now I need to learn how to do that.
Ah, okay. The red shirt?
I'm Shannon. I work in the marketing department at a company called ProTown, and we're just looking to start making some video content for our customers.
Great, okay.
I'm Travis
Same thing she said? Okay. Okay, you might be able to add some tips as we're going along here. Our artist. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped one. I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I skipped that row. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're David Donna Spangler. We have a dance business, and we're looking to use video from our classes.
Oh, yeah.
From private lessons.
Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Now, yeah, right here. I think I got you.
They're really good teachers, even though I was a bad student. Anyway, I'm Frank Porter with Roanoke City Sheriff's Office. I was a starving artist that has done some video work, and decided I needed not to starve, so I became Kevin. And you do video now.
I'm Kristen Borak, and I'm with the artist. I come up with the ideas and just he makes it happen.
Great.
But we obviously our social media marketing with our community events and things that we do with our deputies. We just want to improve on that.
Perfect. Okay. Man in that sweater.
Calling Hart with Blue Mountain Adventures, an outdoor adventure company. We would like to utilize video for our social platform, Facebook, Instagram.
Great. Okay, and the maroon shirt? Yeah. Oh, and you? Yeah.
I'm Heidi. I work with Interactive Design Group. It's an architecture firm in downtown Roanoke, and I work with their marketing. I've never done video content before, and I'm trying to learn some new ideas on how to do that for service companies rather than just a product, because we don't necessarily sell them.
Good morning, I'm Kristen Bauer. I'm with Parker Design Group. We're a civil engineering and land surveying firm. Like Heidi, we don't sell a product,
Mm-hmm.
we sell our services. So I'm looking to do some video on promoting our services.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm Clay Skelton with Roanoke, which is a manufacturer over here near corrugated container. And again, I echo exactly what he said as far as mobile-friendly video marketing. So what we're looking for, our product needs to be installed, and we're looking for two things. One is the day in the life video, and the second is the installation video. And we've done video in the past, but it was mostly animation.
Okay.
I was on a Delta flight the other day, and the safety video, if you've ever seen it,
Yeah.
it like outlines the luggage you put under your seat and all those things. And I think that's called AI, I think. And I'm not sure, but I think it's really cool. And so what I was hoping to learn is there software I can get, or how can I make my videos so intuitive like theirs?
Okay.
To describe the installation process.
Awesome. Okay, and the maroon shirt in the front.
My name is Rebecca Griffin, and I work with Compromiser in downtown Roanoke. It's an independent insurance agency. We are looking to tackle the video to help broadcast our online workshop, but also do some educational videos just for put on social media, also just
Awesome. This is a really good group, and I really think that you'll take away a lot of valuable information today. Thank you for sharing. Just so you know, we are being live streamed now, so that's an example of how you can use video to promote your business. So you'll be able to go back and watch this presentation if you missed anything, or if you want to share it with other businesses that maybe weren't able to come today. So I'm going to do my part on sharing who I'm with and what we do. I have been with Virginia Community Capital for about 4 months now, and I'm a small business loan officer with them. Prior to that, I was with a nonprofit community action agency, and we offered training and technical assistance to small businesses, how to start a business, how to expand a business, how to market your business, and pretty much anything pertaining to small business and the support. Prior to that, I was in retail for 20 years at an auto dealership and managed their subprime department and was in charge of all the marketing for that program. So I do have quite a bit of marketing experience. The video realm is something that is kind of new to me as well, and it's constantly changing. So I think Tim even on our way here, he found out something new that Facebook was offering for video platforms. So I'm going to jump into what community capital, Virginia Community Capital is, and we're a CDFI. What that means is we have funds to loan to small businesses, and we're unique in the fact that we are a nonprofit that owns a for-profit bank. So we're able to use grant funds along with deposit funds to make very unique packages for small businesses that need capital to expand, to buy equipment, working capital, purchase the building maybe that they've been leasing, and we also are a real estate lender, so we can do lending for multi-use investment properties. A lot of what we're seeing right now in Virginia is where their downtowns are taking buildings, putting retail space in the bottom floor, and then doing lofts and apartments on the top floor. So we're very active in that lending. And just to kind of give you an idea of what we've done in Southwest Virginia, we've lent out over $38 million and created almost 500 jobs and created 216 affordable housing units. So that's a little bit about me and Virginia Community Capital. So let's jump into what we're all here for, and that is we want to generate lots of engagement with our new and existing customers. So how about putting your brand in a frame for sales? And several of you mentioned mobile marketing, and I don't know if you all are like me, but this is an extension of my hand. I mean, I have this with me constantly. So anything that we're doing on the marketing platform, we want to make sure that it is compatible with the mobile devices, and we'll get into a little more of that. So video is just what you're looking for if you want to target mobile customers as well as ones that are still using the iPads or desktops. So why do you want to use video? By 2019, 80% of the world's internet traffic will be video. So you are thinking correctly if you're not using video and you're thinking you need to tap into that, you're right, because internet usage is changing. YouTube has over 1 billion users, and that's a third of the people on the internet. And consumers rely heavily on product demo videos, and I know several of you mentioned you want to be able to show how to use your product. I know I personally will go to YouTube if I want to know how to do something. I even went to YouTube one time to figure out how to do the Heimlich on my dog. I mean, and it worked. I saved my dog. He was choking on something. So it is the go-to resource for most of us. And then it is a way also to get more bang out of things that you're already doing. So if you're using email, if you put the word video in your email subject line, you're going to increase the open rate of your emails by 19% and then increase click-through by 65%, and it reduces unsubscribes also by 26%. So 51% of all U.S. internet usage is on mobile. I feel like that may even be higher. And 100% is the number of hours people spent watching videos on mobile devices, meaning it's been up 100%. So people are watching videos on their mobile devices. So how can video help you? You can achieve higher engagement and retention rates. One of the things, too, that I think that we overlook are the analytics that you can obtain by having people watch your videos. You can tell how long they were watching them, when they stopped watching it, and it's just another way for you to engage your customers. And this is just another statistic. I'm not going to read all of the statistics to you, but video is worth 1.8 million words per minute more than just text. And also 70% admit to engaging in online videos. So if you're still not convinced, how about we look at some additional statistics here. Digital placement are replacing traditional TV spots. And I don't know if you're like me, but if you're doing just a TV commercial, you're probably not going to reach me because I'm TiVoing my shows and I'm fast forwarding through the commercials. Radio spots, I'm changing the station when a commercial comes on. So you've got to think about other ways that you can reach your customers. And the news stations are even realizing that if they're going to reach their audiences, they're going to have to implement videos. And a lot of times that's how I get my news is on Facebook. I follow the local news station, and I'll see just the highlight videos that they've posted on there as well. And then mobile impressions have caught up with desktop. And again, that is because people are using their mobile devices as opposed to their desktop. So again, it is important that we make sure that our videos are mobile friendly and people can actually read them on their device. So if a photo is worth 1,000 words, then how much more valuable is a video? So we can use it to build customer rapport, to promote your product, and I know several of you mentioned services. You're an expert in your field. You could easily make a video explaining how to do something, and think about maybe there's a few questions that you get almost on a daily basis. Those are the type of questions that you could answer in a short video. Why video? It's a more effective way to connect with your audience. And one of the things that you can get on a video that someone's not going to get from a print ad is emotion. And Tim's got some great examples of videos that he's created that you really get goosebumps when you watch it. So it's a way to connect with your customer that you can't connect via print. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the man of the hour. Tim Flanagan's going to show you some of the tricks of his trade. He's been doing this for several years, and he was going over the presentation with me yesterday, and I was learning a lot myself. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Tim. Sure. Yeah, I'll be right here.
How's everybody doing? Well, I want to welcome everyone. We are going live. If you want to watch it, we are going live on Facebook, on my Facebook page, the video guy. That's what happens 90% of my material. All right, so let's get started. Who am I? My wife asked me that several times. I am a video content developer that I've been doing videos and movies for over 20 years. I have over 570 YouTube videos with over 300 subscribers and with over 215,000 views. I just recently got into live streaming the last couple of years, and it has really, really taken off big thanks to Facebook Live. On Facebook, I have over 200 videos, live streams, and I've got over 2,200 followers. I've also branched into
always to be in landscape mode. Other big key is stability. You don't want a shaky video, it just doesn't look good. So you can use both hands, that's the easiest way to do it. Another quick fix is to use your trusty selfie stick so that you can use it to hold the camera steady and film while you're on the go. And of course, using a tripod is always a safe bet. It keeps it stable, it's really easy, and you can find them very cheap online. There's actually lots that are specific to phones as well. For my own use, I have this tripod at home, and I have my selfie
smooth movement to your shots. Adding smooth movement to your shots can help your customers to better see and fully appreciate the product. It also just looks really cool. Now I use three tools for adding smooth movement to my shots. The first tool was a lazy Susan. Really easy to use. I just put the lazy Susan down, put my product on it, gave it a spin, and I had this really nice rotating shot. The second tool that I used was just my tripod with just two of the
say that's free for a certain amount of time or something?
Once you go to Roanoke, and again, I've got no training in this at all. It's all, I've taught myself on how to do all this stuff over the last 20 plus years, and it's just trial and error. That's the fun part about it, is learning as you go. It's free to register. I think you get it first 30 days is free. Then it starts off at $9.99 a month if this is something you want to use on a full-time basis. I use it when I'm in a crunch time. It really just depends on the subject matter of the video and the company and the client that I'm working with. And to get this thing to work, I'm going to show you a couple of my projects. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Did you already have it logged in on before? Okay, so if you did. I'm going to show your yeah, it's showing your password.
That password is because I've had a heart attack a year ago. Okay. Okay, this is the one I want to show you. This particular project that I did. This was a project I did for a wrestler at Virginia High, who's in the Navy now. Won his first ever state title. And all I did was drop some, I chose the theme off of Animoto, that design that you see, dropped some pictures into it, and then I knew I was going to change the music, because you can actually upload your own music to Animoto, but it's got a huge music library. And so I just let it do its thing, its own music. But it made the video for me. Okay? Now, that's what the video is going to look like. Now, this is the final video, if I can get to it. Also, if you will like me on Facebook, you'll be able to find all my stuff.
You might have to skip it.
Yeah.
had to skip it.
Well, I can't find it, but if you go to my Facebook page and search Roger Miller, you'll see the final video, and it really is so cool. What I did, I took a video that his mom posted on Facebook where he's in the title, and you see him cross to his knees. He can't believe that he won. He goes to the coach, shakes his hand, and then you see him run into his coach, jumps in his arms, give a big old bear hug. Of course, I did the slow motion thing, made it all dramatic and everything. See him start crying, and
about echo?
All right, so I'm getting ready to go live. Now, I would hit, you see at the right, it says broadcast. I don't broadcast, I hit record as a viewer. I do this with the live streaming too, but that particular show I hit record. So I would start with my intro. Again, recording all this as we do it. Preview.
Okay, so you know how to make your video. What are you going to do with it? Now let's talk about promotional strategies for your video once you've spent all that time on a fantastic video. What is marketing? Marketing is a contest to get people's attention, and who's going to win? We all agree that video is definitely going to help you get to the front of people's attention. Video is pretty much no longer an option. If you're going to compete for people's attention, you're going to need to embrace video. And by the end of the year, video will account for 74% of web traffic. And we already talked about YouTube. We know that a third of the total internet users are on YouTube. How many of you all, by show of hands, have ever watched a YouTube video? Look around the room. We are all watching videos. So then I say, normally, how many of you all are using YouTube currently to promote your business? Raise your hand. That's actually more than I normally get. It's normally one or maybe two people most. So good job for those of you that are using it. But we know people are on there. It's free, so we need to take advantage of it. And actually, YouTube has been so successful that it's now getting Facebook. Instead of encouraging you to video on YouTube and share it to Facebook, Facebook wants in on the action, and now they're actually wanting you to do the live streaming video on Facebook. And another thing Tim mentioned, but is the search engine optimization, which is a fancy word for if I search for something, or that's an acronym for if I'm searching for something, who's going to come up first? And that's where video can help you come up in a Google search, because Google loves videos. And I'm actually going to show you an example also of my coworker, how she's used video to help. Actually, she snuck herself into two of the slides today. Sandy Ratliff, she was going to be the one that was presenting the portion that I am, but she had a death in the family, so I stepped in. So she's managed to sneak her way into the presentation via video, which is very clever on her part, but keep that in mind for yourself. If you're not able to attend an event, you could always come via video. According to Google, a web page that contains video is 50 times more likely to get an impression on Google's first page. So here's an example of how Sandy incorporated a video into a presentation for an organization she was not able to attend. We're not going to watch the whole video, but you can see how she was able to make herself a part of a presentation by... Watch for Sandy here in a few minutes too. She snuck herself back in the presentation. Video is social. It encourages social shares. People will be more likely to share your video than they would just a regular text post. I have noticed myself when I'm on Facebook, if I click on a video, now I'll watch that video and it's like there's another video right below that. I don't know if you all noticed that as well, but I end up 30 minutes later, I've been standing there watching videos, and all I was trying to do was look at what was the latest on my news feed. So it is very addictive. It's almost like Netflix binge watching when you can get somebody hooked watching your video. Here's something I think. What does that tell you? In fact, some of you are watching videos right now without sound. What does that tell you? You need to make sure that you have some taglines in there so that they know how to contact you, who you are, and what it is that you're wanting them to do. by watching your video. Don't just depend on them hearing your voice. And 6 in 10 YouTube subscribers would follow advice on what to buy from their favorite creator over their favorite TV or movie personality. People trust people that they feel like they know. So if you can create a video, it makes you, that people feel like they know you because they've watched you on a video as opposed to just a post. And here's another video that will talk about 3 ways to promote your videos for free. Free is the key word here. I know if you're like me, I have a marketing budget of $0, so anyway, we can take advantage of free resources. So let's watch this short video.
So one of the best ways to promote your YouTube channel and your videos, we're going to share our top tips right now. Give us the best shot here, and this is video influencers, helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online speaking.
And today's question comes from Tom. And our question asks for Tom. So we're making a video to work with and help our people to find their content. If we're connecting with YouTube channels to get them
iMovie and that other thing you showed, did they give you the embedded link to put it in your website?
Animoto does. The iMovie doesn't, but YouTube does.
You need to put it on YouTube to upload it.
That's the easiest way.
Yeah.
We're searching for, and that will get you views while you soon. But you're asking for other ways, and there really are so many good ways. Number one way is collaboration. Now, you mentioned even in your question about collaboration and how to collaborate with people. There's 2 things to consider. Number one, try to collaborate with people who have similar audiences and a similar subscribership. So, you got 1,000 subscribers, try to find someone with also 1,000 subscribers, right? Obvious.
Okay, I heard several of you mention that you would like to have a video on your website. So let's talk about that. Here's an example of Southwest Virginia's tourism initiative. It's called Appalachian Springs. They are, here's an example of how they've embedded a video of Appalachian in the springtime. So you can tell by, or I can tell by that came from YouTube. So what you would do is if you created your video on Animoto or on the other editing softwares, you can put that then over to YouTube and then take the embedded link that YouTube will provide for you into your website. Animoto will give you that, and YouTube will give you that. Video or websites that have video are people spend 2 to 6 times more time on a web page if it does have video. And converting leads. Some examples of ways that you can get people engaged with your site or start to follow your Facebook pages. You could offer quizzes, you can offer free things. One of the businesses that I've noticed that's really maximizing Facebook Live videos is the LuLaRoe clothing line. I don't know if any of you all watch those videos, but there's a lot of LuLaRoe consultants that are using Livestream, and they're doing that from their homes, selling their clothing, and they'll offer a free pair of leggings if you share their page and the fact that the live stream is coming up. So you want it to either teach something, share something of value, or position yourself as the expert. And several of you in here talked about you provide services, and how do you promote a service on a video? Well, the way you do that is you could interview a customer, you could have someone interview you. If it's a matter of a product that you're trying to sell, then you can show people how to use it. Again, think of those questions that you get on a regular basis from customers. Those are the type of questions that you could answer in a video, and you would probably notice a lot of interaction on those. So 5 ways to get people to show up for your live streaming event. And again, this would be on Facebook. If you were wanting to do a live video, plan your event and schedule it in advance. Go on a platform that makes it easy for viewers to find you, and I would say that Facebook would be the #1 for that. Email your subscribers and let them know when you're going live. I've even noticed some LuLaRoe consultants are getting your phone number and they're texting you in advance and letting you know that they're getting ready to go live. And then create a live page on your website to embed your stream so that when you'll not only be showing up on Facebook, but that it would also be showing up on your website. And then cross-promote. Remember, just because you build it doesn't mean they'll come. You've got to let them know that you are going to be going live. And here's a checklist, or at the end, offer a discount if they contact you. Again, you're wanting to build customers by this. You're not just doing the video to do it, you're wanting an end result from that. So you could also offer quizzes before they go into your sales funnel. So there's actually programs that you can create quizzes. You could create a little 3-question quiz to get people interacting with you. And you don't want to abuse your leads by selling. We all tend to tune that type of promotion out. So spend 20% of your time creating your content and then 80% of your time sharing your content. And where are you going to share those videos? Not only on Facebook, but also YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, or Brightcove, or some other avenues that you could share. And you're going to optimize your video, obviously, by using social channels, Facebook, YouTube. And why do you want to do that? One, it's free. That's where your customers are. Of course, as far as marketing goes, you don't want to skip the part that you've got to go back to Marketing 101. Who is your customer? Where are your customers? Is your customer age group demographic, are they going to be on Facebook? Probably, because pretty much everyone is on Facebook. If you're going for the younger demographics, then you're going to want to look at the other avenues. Instagram's really big with the younger age group. 57% of customers say they're influenced to think more highly after seeing positive comments or praise online. These are things that I'm sure you guys already know. Why Facebook? Why am I saying that? Well, one, you don't want to try to be everywhere because there's not enough hours in the day. If you're going to pick one, then you would want to pick the one with the biggest bang, and that is going to be Facebook. How often should you be on Facebook? Ideally, if you can post 5 to 10 times per week, once or twice a day. But again, you need to be offering value, not just sell, sell, sell. Here's an example of how Virginia Community Capital uses Facebook. When we close a loan, we will announce the loan closing and then highlight the business that we helped. So maybe you showcase a business that you've provided service to. That's one way. You interview that customer that you helped, let them give a testimonial, and then you share that on Facebook. And like I said, Facebook now knows how important video platform is, and so they're now taking a larger role in that and wanting to give YouTube a run for their money. So what does that mean? That means that Facebook's algorithm, they're placing more weight on videos now. So if you want to come up in your customers' news feeds, you've got to have video on there to increase your reach. It used to be the days when Facebook first started that if you posted something, the people that were following you automatically saw it. That's not the case anymore. You've got to be more strategic about your post, and video is a way to increase the likelihood that you will come up on a news feed. So say you're a local ice cream shop and you want to bring families in for the summer months. You can even target with Facebook advertising to people that love ice cream, live in your area, and have kids. And so just like that, you would only reach the people that would be most relevant and profitable to you. That's something that no other platform is doing as successfully as Facebook is. And as far as the Facebook live stream, you've got the notes there in your handout. I'll just tell you 8 billion daily or 100 million hours of Facebook videos are being viewed. So people are watching videos on Facebook. Here's an example of how the Virginia Highlands Small Business Incubator in Abingdon is using live stream for Facebook. What they're doing is they have every Wednesday from 12 to 1, you bring your lunch, you come, and you're going to hear an expert on just a variety of different topics speak, from marketing to bookkeeping, does pretty much you name it, they have it. And they're live streaming that on Facebook, so not only the people that are there in attendance are able to benefit from that, but they, and I think the last Wednesday they had 800 people watching it by Facebook Live. So think about ways that you can promote your business using Facebook Live. Again, it may be a demonstration, it may be a sales meeting. There's just you're only limited by your imagination. And then Tim already touched on this, but what you see when you are doing a live stream is you're going to just basically be watching the presentation from behind the iPad or the phone, but you're also going to be able to see comments from the followers, and they're able to ask questions. I don't know if we've had any questions today on this live feed that we're doing, but you're able to interact with the people that are watching the video as well, so that's pretty cool. People can feel like they're there even though they're not. And of course, you can stream that through your personal, your business, or a group page or an event page. And here's Sandy again. I warned you she was coming back. Here's another cool thing that you can do with videos on Facebook, Instead of just making your video look standard like everyone else's, you can put it into the form of a square, and there's 3 different apps that you can use to do that. And why would you want to do that? When someone's looking at their news feed, you're going to come up and fill that whole space of real estate there. So I'm going to let's see what she's got to say now. You can't hear it. Can you turn the volume up on the over here on the touch screen? It says laptop. If you'll hit arrow up a couple times for me. Bottom right hand corner.
Also, I want to take a little plug and thank the Roanoke County Economic Development and the City of Roanoke Economic Development for hosting today's workshop and for saying for all you do to support business and industry looking to improve efficiency. Lisa, Jesse, you all do fantastic work. And for those of you that are attending the workshop, do me a favor and ask them to send you some really tough questions just to make my day. Enjoy and be sure to use video.
Again, it's a way to be there even when you're not able to. You have to understand that video is one of the most powerful tools that you have. YouTube is a library of content. The reason I want to touch on YouTube with you is you want to create a channel on YouTube. That way you have a way to keep all of your videos that you've created under one place. So if someone wants to, if maybe they like one video that you've created, then they're able to go and watch other videos that you've created. Try to upload a video every week if possible, and remember you want to add value. I'm not going to read these statistics to you. You've got them there. Again, Facebook is the primary source for, if you're going to get the most fish in the pond if you are having a presence on Facebook with your videos. And again, remember, if you put your video in YouTube, it's going to make it super easy for you to transfer that over to Facebook. Then I mentioned Instagram. How many of you all are actually have an Instagram account? Myself too. One of the things that I like about Instagram is it allows me to make my pictures look better. In fact, my kids won't let me post a picture until they've been able to edit it on Instagram. They're like mortified if I think that I'm just going to take a picture and put it on Facebook. It allows you to make yourself look better. And it has the highest per follower engagement rate of any major social network at 2.3%. 68% of Instagram users engage with brands regularly. So this is another format that you're going to want to think about. If your customers are under the age of 35, that's where they are. So don't overlook that. If you've already created your video, why not go ahead and share it on another social media that would be able to reach that demographic. 53% of all 18 to 29-year-olds are on Instagram. It's a ready-made, growing, thriving market. And the thing that you want to do on Instagram is you want to post with at least one hashtag. Really, you want to do multiple hashtags. But don't forget that's an important part of engagement. And here's an example of Instagram if you're not familiar with it. This is what, that's what your profile would look like. Any post that you have, you're going to have a collection of those on your profile. And hashtags are very, very important. So whether it's on Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, or Twitter, the content you need to be producing is video, period. And it appeals to mobile users. We all talked about how we all have these now as a permanent, I feel like this is an appendage to my body. it appeals to folks like myself that are watching everything on their mobile device. So in conclusion, in today's competitive commerce landscape, attaining success is never a sure thing, but using great videos can help you increase that conversion rate as well as your website's overall exposure. And if you've never tried it, you'll never know. Yep, that's where we're heading right now, to questions. Let us have it. Well, my advice is always, if I'm trying to figure out how to do something, is I look at who's doing it well. And so I would search, by what type of business are you in again? Tell me, and I can give you coaching. Hashtag coaching would be an obvious one. Hashtag. One thing about Instagram, especially, if you put a hashtag and you start to type something, it's going to give you a bunch of different examples. It's also going to give you the number of times that hashtag's been used. So obviously you're going to want to use ones that are popular. And then also, I would look at how other coaching businesses are using Instagram. I always learn from my competition who's doing it well, and then you can also learn from the people that are not doing it well. Any other questions? Yes. It's going to be you, Tim. You've heard what is not? How would you compare those, Tim, to, the question is Vimeo or YouTube? I would think YouTube has got the higher number of users, but
Vimeo is really more for quote-unquote professional videographers they'll upload some stuff to that. YouTube is more for the general public. People use it for other things too. YouTube is really easy to use. They basically work the same way as far as sharing your video content. They both have links to other websites like LinkedIn, that kind of thing. But it's a good idea to do both though. Yeah, I would do both. There used to be several others. I had a program when I first got started that I would take a video.
You might need to come up here so they can hear you. I don't know. We'll tag team the questions.
I had a program that doesn't exist anymore. That where I would take a video, upload it to this program, and then it would shoot it out automatically for like 5 different ones. And that's a great resource. You can find something like that.
Yes. Well, remember, goldfish have a longer attention span than people do now. So you definitely, the first part of your video is going to be the most important. And you can play with it on YouTube. The cool thing, too, is it will give you analytics and let you know how long people were watching your video, and you're going to start to see kind of a pattern. And if people are only watching for the first 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, you're going to know that you better, get the most important information right there in the beginning. And I think people watch instructional videos longer, but if it's a good testimonial, I would probably watch even longer than that. I don't know if you can add to that.
That's what I would do. I would focus more on the testimonial and then close it with, for more information about my website or our services, click on the link below. And on YouTube and Vimeo both, on the description, the very first thing you want to put is your website link, because as they're watching the video, your live website link will be shown right there. So even as they're watching the video, they can click on your website. Again, use the video as a vehicle to drive people to your website where they can get more information.
Also, we'll continue to take questions, but I have set the equipment up here. If anybody wants to actually see, touch, feel, whatever, the equipment that he was talking about, feel free to do that. Any other questions? We'll start right here in the front. Okay.
I have, I like to keep it simple, and that's why I use iMovie, because it's quick and simple for what I need to do. I used to use, I've used others in the past, and since I've turned over to an iOS person, Apple person, I've used the iMovie.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
Are there any choices for Android users?
Great question. There is, and the best advice I can give you is to go to your app store. Switcher Studios has finally, after
Or Google Play, and is that what?
yeah.
Yeah.
And Sandy was talking about when there's a new one that's just for Android, well, not just for Android, but it works with Android. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have her try to get back in touch with you. But again, just search your Google Play and just look for any easy-to-use download app for movie editing.
If you'll put on your survey when you turn in, if you need any additional information, we'll follow up with you. So put that on their Android apps, and then that way when we respond, we'll...
The one that Sandy, I didn't know about it, and she uses it all the time. It's just as easy as Switcher Studio. It's free.
Any more questions? Okay. One of the most important things is the survey. If you would fill that out for us and let us know if there's any other information we can provide, and also any other workshops that you feel like would benefit your business. And again, you can lay them on the back table, just turn them upside down and lay them on the back table. And then, of course, feel free to check out the equipment up here if you'd like to see that as well. And thank you all. Have a good day.